Hello, friends. Friends, we're back with this ceremony. My sacred partner is just not feeling that good, but she might show up. We need to, we'll be on the YouTube channel, our YouTube channel, on Mondays and Thursdays, close to 8 o'clock. I have another meeting that goes to 8, so let's say probably around 8:15. Mondays and Thursdays for a while, and we're going to focus on this series with the work of Rav Kook, some study I did of his work. Oh, here she is. I was making excuses for you,
Well,
but I didn't lie.
it's been a long day, but we're in a really interesting time,
You got that right, sister.
right? We're at over the full moon of Tevet, moving toward the new moon of Shvat,
Beautiful. Beautiful.
and moving into the story of Shemot, of Exodus.
Yeah,
These lessons.
that was a good teaching from Samson Raphael Hirsch that we brought down, where he noticed that in the first couple of chapters of Exodus, that God's voice was kind of not present. And so he asked the question. He had a very literary sensibility. And I like that, He asked the question, so what brings God back into our story?
Groaning.
What is it?
Suffering.
And
Groaning.
he marked it in chapter 2, verses, I think, 23, 24. All these words, groaning, sighing, moaning.
Nakat. It's like groaning.
Na'akat, sa'akat. And God heard, God saw our suffering, our hurt.
The herd. I like the herd, You have to listen for that. To listen for the sounds of suffering.
Yeah, I think it's a profound, good reading that he brought down, really important reading. And then God returns to our story and says, I'll be with you the whole trip. I'm with you.
Yeah. Right.
So we begin with a good breath and a little tune. I'm going to sing the last verse of our tone poem, Adon Olam, with the expansion of the breathy that works in this version. And I feel like the last stanza is of a different character than the other stanzas. It's personal, having moved from the head to the heart. בידו הפקידוכי את אישה מהעירה וימרוכי גביית ידו נעלי ולא יירא ולא יירא Into your hands I entrust my spirit. The time that I lie down and the time that I rise up. With my spirit, my body too. God is with me, I shall not fear. Biadno apkirchi, veitisha, ve'ayra, v'imrichi. Gaviati, Adonali, Belovira. Adonali, Belovira. So I have a nice Rav Kook piece. I'll read. It's one that I learned a long time ago. This one's from, oh my God, 2013, I think. It's called The World of Chaos. It kind of feels that way. Out of a world of, this is from, again, the 8 notebooks of Rav Kook. This is from, I think, the first one. A world of chaos. Out of a world of chaos, the highest repair, unifying all streams, me and no one else. No peace within, but every action, every thought called peace, called light, ocean of light, Ein Sof, without end. Is the suffering dear, the soul spiced at knowing, the highest dwelling within, clinging, glued, everyone bonded together like glue today. Want to read one of my pieces?
Sure. Here's a good one. All of us could be humbler. We could live inside each other for a moment, give up our certainty, and earn the heart of understanding. We could listen better. We could say there is no other until we believed it. We could take a God's eye view, become small, live within the skin of someone we do not understand. We could be quieter, sit within our heart lines, let the truth rise before us. We could find our quiet, live in that quiet for a while. We could all be kinder, reserve judgment, delay certainty, live with ambiguity. What if we acted as if something fine is approaching and we could be preparing, waiting, quiet? If we were quieter, we might find our silence. We could step back from the edge and do nothing until it became clear what to do and what not to do, as long as it takes. That's a good one.
As long as it takes.
As long as it takes. As long as it takes. Never giving up hope. Hoping that it takes sooner rather than longer. Hoping that, a ceasefire after all this time, after all this suffering, for all this destruction and death should happen. It could have happened sooner.
We're going to close with the prayer of the hands. I want to remind people, if you're watching, if you follow us, we have a new Facebook group page. Rabbis Susan Talvey and James Goodman. I think it's under.
Yeah, it's new.
It's
So
new.
it's-
It needs 100 to follow it. You have to follow it, and then these recordings will appear live on that page, but not until people follow us. That's how it works. Until then, we'll post them from here, from YouTube. I'll post the link. So, prayer of the hands. Let's close with a moment of quiet. Remembering our teachers, inspirations, influences, all our relations, our beloveds. Take your thumb now and run it up and down your heart line. Now take your hands and bring them to your chest like Anjali Mudra. Then take your left hand and set it within your right hand, as in the Zohar, classic text of Jewish mysticism. Hold them to your chest. Feel your physical and spiritual union at your heart line. Spend a moment there with your gratitude. Hold your hands away from yourself in a posture of blessing. Palms out. Now spread your fingers. Now turn your palms up like the 5-petaled rose, the opening intention of the Zohar. You may drop your hands. Leave a moment for the silent expectation for peace. Peace of the near and the peace of the far. The upper worlds and lower worlds will find each other, but don't leave us alone. Take a deep breath. And on the exhale, say, Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Thanks, babies. Thanks for joining us. And find us on our Facebook page, Rabbis Susan Talby, Rabbis James Goodman.
And Mondays and Thursdays we'll have our
Mondays and Thursdays. And follow us on that Facebook page.
Thank you.
We'll get the link over there. Good night.